trying to scale your business and you're talking about building a network, you're talking about building a hierarchy, you're talking about building a sales organization, you're trying to figure out how can you scale this thing. And the thing that people are looking for when they start working with you, number one, and I mean number one, they're looking for structure. So everybody's looking to help people get a sense of urgency. Well, they need structure. They need structure. You need to be able to tell them in 90 seconds about your business opportunity so they can digest it. When if it takes you 90 seconds, it might take them 3, 4, 5 minutes to explain. They might be all over the place, but you need to make it replicatable and duplicatable. Hand it to them so they can go ahead and do that. The second thing they need is short-term goals. Why do they need that? They need a blueprint. This is how you get both of these things equal. I write like a 5-year-old, so actually I don't write that well. I probably wrote better when I was 5. Sense of urgency. We're trying to get everybody a sense of urgency. How do we do that? Structure and short-term goals. What do you do in your business? You explain to them exactly how they will succeed, but more importantly, and most people don't do this, how they will fail. What always made me nervous is when somebody was pitching me on something and they just talked about how I was going to succeed no matter what. There are pitfalls in every single business that we're in. If you're in sales, if you're cold knocking, if you're cold calling, I would stop. I get a lead-based business, but I will tell you there are going to be pitfalls. There will be ups and downs. There will be great days. There will be bad days. Here are the things you will do that will help you have less bad days, but there will still be some. Walk people through that. In winners want you to tell them what to avoid because it becomes more real for them. And they want a blueprint. They want to maximize the comp plan. Give them structure. Here's when you dial. Here's how long you dial for. Here's how many leads you get. Here's what you do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just draw a schedule out for all the new agents I work with. I was like, all right, Monday, I'd have all the days on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'd have something for every single day. When I got in the business, I was full part-time. So I'm like, here's Friday. I will dial in the evening. I'll dial in the morning, and then I'll run appointments all day Saturday, all day Sunday. I'll recruit these days while I'm working my other jobs. Once I went full-time, I kept the Friday night dials, Saturday, Sunday. Then I also was running appointments on Monday. I'd start dialing again on Tuesday. I'd run appointments Wednesday and Thursday. And I'd break the schedule down. When I started recruiting like crazy, I broke all that down. I gave them structure. I said X amount of leads equals X amount of income for me. X amount of dials equals X amount of income for me. The average premium is this. I make X amount on this much premium. Here's my income. Here's my expenses. Here's my balance sheet. Structure. Provide them structure. If you don't know the structure, find somebody that does. Then I explain them how they build a business, but I provide them a blueprint. What does that look like? And then short-term goals. And say, all right, your first month, your goal is to issue 15,000. It's your first month. Second month, you should be at 20. Third month, you should be at 30. You should be able to get 2 agents writing business your first month. 4 the next month. You should have 8 in here doing 30K and doing 8. And I exponentially show them exactly how to do that. If you start me and you don't give me a blueprint and you don't give me structure, you don't give me short-term goals, you will not create any sense of urgency for me. What also creates a sense of urgency is FOL, fear of loss. What is my fear of loss? Well, if I don't hit these numbers, I don't get my comp raise. If I don't hire these agents, I have no passive income. They're actually not going to make any money if I don't get them making. That's bad for me. I want to help people. I want to get more life insurance out there. Giving people some kind of fear of loss, explaining to them what the deal is. No different than we do with our agents when we're in sales. If you don't buy this today and you're of a certain age and you get older, it will become more expensive as life insurance. If you're looking to qualify for something, you qualify for it, but you might not be qualified for it in the future. What is your genuine fear of loss? But when you sit down with people, you need to work so hard on what you're talking about that nobody doubts your conviction. And again, I heard a guy tell this to me over and over again a long time ago. Sean, if it takes them more than 90 seconds to explain a basic blueprint of what they're doing, it's either too complicated or they're not good enough at explaining it, which means they can't teach you to build it. So find a different model or a different person to work with. Give them structure. Give them short-term goals. Break down a schedule for them. Give them fear of loss. Break down income statements. Show them expenses. Show them everything. Be so transparent I wanted to know. What was guaranteed? Nothing. You can control your attitude and your activity. The rest of it, you're going to work as hard as you can on. You're going to have great days, good days, bad days, awful days. It's the way it's going to work. And also, what is everybody looking for? They need to increase their belief level, right? What is their belief level? What is it? Most people fail at their belief level. They don't know why they believe. Should they believe? Do they not believe? What do they do? I don't know, but you've got to get them understanding what that should look like. How do you help people with their belief level? You speak life into people. When you look somebody in the eyes and you see they're hurting, what are they usually hurting for? Somebody to believe in. Financially, they've probably been in a bad financial position before. Most of us have been. But when they think they're irrelevant and nobody has their back and nobody believes in them, it's devastating. It's an awful, awful feeling. It's an awful way to live. So to create a belief level for people, what's the greatest way for you to create a belief level in somebody? You provide yourself the best short-term goals and structure for yourself. You go out and kick serious ass in sales and recruiting and show them exactly how to do everything. So you get great at your personal production. You get great at putting people in the width and directing them and getting them paid. You do both of these things all day long, every day. When you do, you increase their belief level. They're watching you do it. They're understanding what you're doing. I can talk to you all day long about this because I eat, breathe, and sleep, and it makes sense. I can talk about where somebody's at, how you work with them, how you deal with somebody that's excited, how you deal with somebody that's not excited. So getting you to understand that if you can't get these two things down, you won't get a sense of urgency for yourself or other people. And you have to be consistent. When you are in charge of anything, whether it's 2 people, 4, 8, or 8,000, or in my case, 50,000, you can't have a bad day. And if you do, you can't tell the people you work with about it. You just got to keep it moving. Is it hard? Yeah. Yeah. Is it lonely? Oh, it's lonely. Absolutely. But you can't have a bad day. You just can't. People are like, no days off. I'm like, no bad days. You can't. You need to find somebody that you can talk to outside of this business, because my shitty day don't help motivate you. I ain't lying to you. You eventually ask me how my day was. I go, great. You said, I didn't think you made any sales. Go, I didn't. That means tomorrow's going to be great. I didn't lie to you about it. I made no sales today. But it's great because I'm due like the rent tomorrow. I'm excited. I went out there. I saw some people, got focused, practiced a bunch of presentations. I couldn't even be any more excited. If it wasn't 11 o'clock at night, I'd be back on the phone calling people right now. Like, you have to lead by example, not just in activity, but in attitude. A lot of us want to lead the way activity-wise. What about attitude-wise? These are things that you will be required to do to scale your business fast. These are things you'll be required to do to help build sustainable income for people and help them maximize their comp plan. And you have to understand that to be a successful businessman or businesswoman, you have to be in your business. And a lot of people aren't. They start their business, and their business runs them. So I promise you, this is sense of urgency. This is how you create it. Not any deeper than that, but you have to do these things on a daily basis. And if you decide that you want to work on occasion, stop working, don't want to work, want to have a good attitude some days, bad attitude other days, dude, don't be a business owner. Don't be an entrepreneur. Get a job. And if that's how you run your life, and I don't judge anybody. You should keep your job. And there's nothing wrong with having your job. Jobs are great. I've always had a job. I mean, shit, I had a job for the first 40 plus years of my life full time. That's how I was able to build up what I wanted to get to become an entrepreneur. But for me, yeah, I was willing to have a great attitude and great activity. I wasn't going to walk around and whine, cry, and complain. But if you enjoy having bad days, jobs are empathetic and sympathetic to your bad days. Your business is not. You want to bitch, moan, and complain, the business will punish you. The people will watch. They will lose focus. They will lose respect for you. They won't follow your structure and short-term goals. You will not be able to give them a belief level. There will be no sense of urgency. There will be no fear of loss, because they will know that you're the wrong person to follow. So be the right person to follow. Create a sense of urgency. If this helps you, share it with somebody. Like, subscribe, comment. We're just trying to help people out, give them legitimate information to build legitimate